What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be telling you how to Fishless cycle a new tank. Now, cycling a tank is very important because it establishes the beneficial bacteria you need to break down your fish's waste. Without cycling a tank, your fish are going to die, and I can guarantee that. Now, a cycling process consists of 3 stages: the ammonia stage, the nitrite stage, and the nitrate stage. There are different ways to cycle a fish tank. There are 2 main ways: the fishless cycle and the fish-in cycle. I'm showing you the fishless cycle because it's way better than the fish-in cycle. The first reason why it's way better is because it's quicker. It only takes 2 to 4 weeks for the fishless cycle. That may seem like a lot, but if you compare it to the fish-in cycle that takes a few months, it's worth it. Now, for a fishless cycle, when you're done, you can add your whole entire bioload, which basically means if you want a community tank, you can add all your community fish at once. If you did a fish-in cycle, you'd have to add your fish sparingly and keep testing a lot just in case ammonia doesn't spike and your fish don't die. And the third reason why is because a fishless cycle is more humane. A fish-in cycle would have you put a fish inside a fish tank that has high ammonia waters, and you'd have to do water changes 2 a day, and that's a lot more work than a fishless cycle. Now that you want to do a fishless cycle, there are only 2 things you need. The first thing is a pure or clean ammonia source. They're all the same thing, but I have Austin's clear ammonia. In order to double check it's safe for what we're doing here, if you shake it up, there should be no bubbles. If there are bubbles, that means there's a detergent in there that's not aquarium safe, and you want to get another ammonia source right away. You can get ammonia source at online, or I got mine at the dollar store. Now that's the first thing you need. The second thing you need is to get a freshwater test kit. I have the API Master freshwater test kit, and I highly recommend it. You want to get a liquid test kit, not a test kit that has test strips, because those test kits are very unreliable. This may cost a little more, but it's worth it in the long run. Before we begin, if you have live plants, this is when you should add them right now, because the live plants use ammonia to grow, and it will make your cycle go much quicker. Now that we have everything set up, have your filter running, have your heater set to 84 degrees because that's the optimum temperature for bacteria to reproduce. We're all ready. You want to the first step is you want to add enough ammonia so your test kit reads your aquarium has 4 parts per million in there. Just for reference, my 10-gallon aquarium had enough. It took this 1 capful to raise it up to 4 parts per million in my 10-gallon aquarium. For Austin's clear ammonia. Each ammonia source is different, but that was just it for what I used. Now you raise it up to 4 parts per million, your ammonia. You want to test your water every 2 or 3 days just for ammonia. Now, sooner or later you're going to see your ammonia starting to drop. When your ammonia drops to 1 parts per million, you want to redose it up to 4 parts per million again. Now is the time you want to start testing for nitrites now, because this is the second stage of the cycle and the ammonia dropped. That means the nitrites are going up. Keep adding enough. Make sure you keep adding enough ammonia whenever it drops to 1 to raise it back up to 4 during the rest of this process. Now you should be testing for ammonia and nitrites. When the nitrites are finally off the charts, do a 50% water change and redose ammonia. Now's the time you want to start testing for nitrites, because the nitrates, this is the optimum time for them to start growing. When the nitrite shows, your nitrite should be going down. You know you're done when you raise your ammonia to 4 parts per million and it converts into nitrite in 24 hours. By this time, when you're done, the nitrite will be off the scales. Before you do add fish, do a 70% water change, so your ammonia is 0, your nitrite is 0, which they already should be, and your nitrate is around the 20 to 40 range. You might need to do a bigger water change than 70%, but 70% is a good starting point. Now that you're done, you can add your fish right away. But make sure if you cannot add your fish right away and you need to wait, keep dosing your aquarium for ammonia to 4 parts per million every day until you can add your fish. The reason for this is because your bacteria thrive and live and eat off the ammonia. So if you take out the ammonia source, your bacteria are going to die. So that's about it. That's how you fishless cycle a new tank. Please comment down below. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. Please like or dislike and subscribe. Thanks for watching my video. See you soon.